Hi everyone, I was going to do a 3-card thing, but it looks like it's a 4-card. So I'm using the Lightseer Tarot as well as my Chakra cards and my little box of balance to help you have some mental health strategies to help you move through this next week or whatever it is you're going through. I just asked at the beginning, what everyone needs right now, and so whenever you're finding this, it's the perfect time for you. So this is card 1, 2, 3, 4. Close your eyes, take a breath, pick a card that works for you, and then we'll get on with it. Okay, first card we have is the Star. Absolutely stunning card this one is. I can see that in this card you're holding on to hope, holding on to something which is glorious and wonderful, and there seems to be a little bit of, there's not a lot of confidence in this holding on, because she's holding on with 2 hands here. So it might be worth, whatever it is you're holding on to, just release a little bit of the string, because it's still there, you're still hanging on to it. You just need to release a little bit of the string that you're hanging on. So don't hold on so tight to whatever it is that you've got going on in your life. Could be a relationship, a job, a hope of something, there's lots of possibilities there. And obviously in this card we have these beautiful violet color here, and there's some pink and there's some yellow. So let's go with the violet first. So this is from the third eye chakra, and let's see what else we need, what we need to work on. So we're hanging on to this something. Doesn't matter what it is, but these are some of the questions that you might be able to reflect on to help you move out of this. So you've got 2 cards there. First one, when you meet a new person, what do you first notice? Do you notice their eyes? Do you notice their posture? Do you notice their kindness? What is it you notice about them? What do you first notice when you meet a new person? And then how does that relate to this hanging on here? What are you noticing here with whatever it is you're hanging on to? And then the second card is, if you imagine your most perfect day, what would it look like? What would your most perfect day look like with this new person, perhaps, that you are spending time with? So that's the first one. So those are some questions to get you reflecting. The second one is the pink from the top. So this is, straight away, how do you know when your lover feels loved by you? Oh, that's interesting. This looks like a relationship spread here. So how do you know when your lover feels loved by you? So this looks like, the more these cards are coming out, it looks like that you could be hanging on to someone really tightly, and you're still connected to this person. The string is still there, but you just need to loosen that, and reflect on what you notice about the person. Are they a different person? If you're in a relationship, are they a different person now? Are they the same? And how do they know when you love them? What love language are they using? How are they showing you love? How do you show them love? And in your perfect day, how would you show them that you love them? It's an interesting card. She's not looking, she's looking up. It's a very hopeful card. And so let's explore the yellow. And the yellow is, at what point do you feel that you'll be happy? What has to happen for that to be true? So if you're feeling like you're in a bit frustrated in a relationship, there is a lot of that energy at the moment. What has to happen for you to be happy? What would be the most perfect day be like? So where are you not noticing that? So maybe some gratitude might be of value to add to your daily practice. So let's get a strategy that you can do. So not only can you journal these cards and reflect on them, but you can also do one of these activities from the little box of balance. All of these cards, apart from the tarot, are my cards. I've created them, and they are available on my website. And the strategy for this person, look in the mirror. So if we look at these two cards side by side, she's looking at this thing of hope, but what she should be doing is looking within, looking at herself, and finding what she needs within herself. With relationships particularly, we seek outside ourselves for the answers, when in fact when we're seeking outside, we're projecting our stuff onto other people. So we need to look within. So this is a really great little relationship spread. So thank you, card 1 people. This was for you. Okay, card 2. Oh, still a lot of violet in this one. This is the Chariot. So looking here, the horses are untethered. These are not connected. The horses are not connected to the chariot itself. They're being pulled by an invisible force. And the person at the top looks very comfortable. They're very comfortable looking out and being, oh no, there's a tether there. It's only very, very faint. Yeah, so he's looking out confidently, moving forward. So there's a moving forward with confidence happening here. So we've got some violet again, and probably orange, I would say. Red or orange. We'll see how we feel about that. So we'll go with the violet first. So let's see what this card, what things you can do, reflect on to help yourself. So we'll get that one, but then I'll get a second. Help you to charge forward, which is what it looks like is happening here. So this card is one of these in each of the decks, and basically it's a summary. So it's got the color, the Hindi name, the element, and then all the things that it's related to. My suggestion to you with this card is whatever it is that bounces out to you, whatever you're drawn to. At the moment, I'm drawn to the inner vision. So this charging forward might mean that you need to get really clear, because they're not tethered, so there's no direction, I suppose. So he's got no control over where it's going. So if you're charging forward, which is great, lots of positive movement, a lot of going forward, but there's no direction, then there's you don't have anywhere you can go. And the other card was write your own obituary from how you think others perceive you. I wonder if perhaps this card relates very much to you're charging forward, but without direction. You're not sure of how you're going to be perceived by other people. And I suppose the question is, do you care what other people think? Is that important to you? Because if you wrote your obituary from your own perspective, how would that be different? So the inner vision. So thinking about charging forward, thinking about your life and what you want to achieve in that life. So from this moment, not the past, the past is done, but from this moment, where do you want to move forward in your life? That's probably an interesting way to go. So I'll go with the orange for this one, for the other card. And we have, throwing it all over the place. What have you learned about sex and relationships that you'd wish you'd known before? This can also be about connections. So not necessarily sex and relationships, but what do you wish you'd known before? And I guess when we're thinking about this obituary here, in the past of your life, what have you learned in your life that can help you moving forward? Because, we learn all the time about things. So this reflective card, thinking about your life, your relationships, and how you can charge forward. I might just do the red one just quickly because No, actually it's the white. It's the white horse. Because the white horse is leading. So this last card, last colour, last chakra. If you were to die with no chance to talk to anyone, what would you regret not having told them? This is completely related to this one, about relationships. And this one, this is not about death. This is about the brevity of life, really, you know, how short life is, and making sure we make the most of the opportunities that we have. So those are the 3 colours for this one. And so just a mental health strategy, a balanced strategy to help you move forward, something you can, an activity you can do, as well as journaling all those questions. That one there. Just really focus on the breath. Inhale, exhale. And again, without breathing, we die. So we really need to become aware of our breath, become aware of the moment. And when we're charging forward, take that moment to breathe. Get some direction, get some inner vision, get some vision of where you want to go, so you can take some charge of those horses so they're not going wild. So there you go, card 2. There's some good questions there. See how it relates to your life. I'm not a tarot reader. I'm a chakra card reader. So these questions are about inviting you to do the work, rather than me telling you exactly what's going on in your life. You need to figure, you know what's going on in your life. And I'm just here to give you some guidance. Thank you very much. Card 2. Card 3. I have the 7 of Swords. I see here, it looks like the moon. It looks like this person is not very trusting. It might be a little bit deceitful here, but someone's calling them out on their deceit. Someone's saying, you know, they're doing something that's not quite right, and they're being called out on that under the bright moon. I don't have any black cards, so otherwise that card's colour's the most prominent card on here. But otherwise, I really like to look at the green and yellow cards on this card. So card looking a bit at deceit, and that could be you or someone else, but someone's been called out on their deceit. Again, that could be you or someone else. So a question that might help these card 3 people, please. There's 2. So this person, so you might be deceiving yourself, actually. It could be you're deceiving yourself, or someone else is deceiving you, or you're deceiving others. It could be either of those. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? That fits with the deceit really well, actually. And what positive wisdom have you learned about life that you can and want to pass on to others? So these are the questions for this one. What are you holding on to? Remembering that the card looks like deceit today, and wisdom that you can pass on to others. So it might be this holding on and letting go, and the deceit that you might want to help other people so that they're not experiencing the same thing. And the other colour is, it's a greeny blue, so I'm almost tempted to take the blue, but it will go with green. It's the heart chakra. And then we'll see how we go there. What deep desires are in your heart? So it looks like, if we compare these, what are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Does the thing that you're holding on to, is that a part of your deep desire? You might want to look at card number 1, because there was someone was hanging on to something there as well. But what deep desires are in your heart, and does this thing you're holding on to align with those deep desires? So that's something to reflect on there. And I will just take the blue one. I love how they just fall out. They're amazing. How does it feel to be judged and criticized, and how do you react? So again, with that deceit, are you judging yourself? Are you not being honest with yourself? Are you hanging on to something? And what desires are in your heart? Do you desire to not be judged and criticized? And do you desire to not react to those things when it happens? So there's a whole heap of really interesting things there that you can look at and reflect upon. And just a mental health strategy to help you move forward this week. Find your trigger. Oh, there you go. Find your triggers. So let's look at that. So are you triggered by people when they judge and criticize you, and how do you react? So triggers can be anything. So the way someone treats you, the way someone looks at you, a memory, a smell. It could be a multitude of things. So for you, watching this, whoever's watching this, whenever you're watching this, find your triggers around being judged and criticized as well, and possibly even looking at your triggers for why are you holding on to this thing if it's not serving you. So keep an eye on why you're doing that. Are you deceiving yourself about this thing you're holding on to? Great. Well, thank you, group 3 or card 3. So I'm going to finish that one. You need to do the work on these. Remember, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life or what to do, but I am going to give you some guidance. Welcome card 4. We have Ace of Pentacles. It's a beautiful, fertile time here. This is root growth, roots, roots being grounded, holding on to something which is growing, and there's some growth, new growth up here. So this looks like a bit like card number 2, a bit of moving forward, but also this is a bit of growth. And it looks like it's inner growth, not necessarily external growth. So it's an inner growth, getting the soil right, getting the foundations right, so this can just blossom. Of course, yellow is our primary color on here. So we'll have a look at the yellow. Whoop, flicks out everywhere. What do you like about being you? Oh, what a perfect card to go with new growth. What do you like about being you and getting those foundations of who you are in there? What do you like about being you? So that's a really great question that matches really well. The other color, I'm going to say green. Oops, knocking everything over. The green card here. Oops, there's 2. First one, how do you know when you're following your passions? This is quite a positive card with the new growth. So we've got, what do you like about being you? And how do you know when you're following your passions? How do you know when you are on track? That's a great little card. Let's see what the other one is, just to see how they match. How much love and affection do you give? This is about the love that you give. So if you've got this plant here, the plant needs nurturing. The plant needs love and attention to help it grow. It needs to be nurtured. So we need to give this new growth nurturing. I don't think there's any other colours there that are really jumping out. So we'll just go ahead and look at the little box of balance, a mental health strategy to help you through this time, whatever it is you're going through. It looks like this one's very much a card of gratitude and being nurturing the new growth. Join a group. So interestingly, new growth with other people, like being with you, being yourself with other people. Follow your passions. So you might join a group where you are joining a group of like-minded people doing something that you also love. And then how much love and affection do you give? So when you're in the group, how much do you contribute? So there's a whole heap of really great things there. So thank you very much, everyone, and we'll see you next time.